Jenny has $200 more than Tim. After Jenny spends $50 on groceries, she has 3 times more money than Tim. How much money does Tim have? So I'm going to write an equation that represents this relationship. Jenny's amount of money I'm just going to represent with a J. Jenny's amount equals Tim's amount plus 200, because she has $200 more than Tim. Now I'm going to write another equation that represents the second half of the problem. After Jenny spends $50 on groceries, she has 3 times more than Tim has. She spends $50, so it's subtracting 50, and that equals 3 times as much money as Tim has. So now I'm going to isolate J in this equation. So I'm going to add 50 to both sides. So J equals 3t plus 50. Now, since J equals J, we can substitute this equation in for J, or this equation in for J. Both would give the same thing. So now we'll have t plus 200 equals 3t plus 50. Now our goal is to isolate t. So we're going to subtract 50 from both sides, leaving us with t plus 150 equals 3t. Now in order to get this t on the other side, we're going to subtract it. So we're left with 150 equals 3t minus t, leaves us with 2t. And in order to get t by itself, we're going to divide by 2, leaving us with t equals 75. And this is how much money Tim has. He has $75. Here are 2 other problems that practice the same concept. If you'd like to pause the video and try them on your own, do so now. For the first problem, John has $40, and for the second problem, Homer has $200. Working the first problem, Scott has $100 more than John. After Scott spends $60 on a video game, he has 2 times more money than John. How much money does John have? So we're going to write equations that represent this again. So Scott is going to be represented by an S. S equals what John has plus $100. Also, after Scott spends $60, he has 2 times the amount that John has. So we're going to solve for S by adding 60 to both sides. Now, because S equals S, we can set both of these equations equal to each other. J plus 100 equals 2J plus 60. So we'll subtract 60 from both sides, leaving us J plus 40 equals 2J. Now we'll subtract this J from both sides, leaving us 40 equals J. So John has $40. Brian has $320 more than Homer. After Brian spends $120 on a car repair, he has 2 times more money than Homer. How much money does Homer have? Brian has the amount that Homer has plus $320. Also, after Brian spends $120, he has 2 times the amount that Homer has. Now solving for b, we'll add 120 to both sides, B equals 2h plus 120. Now because B equals B, h plus 320 equals 2h plus 120. So we'll subtract 120 from both sides, leaving us h plus 200 equals 2h. Now we'll subtract h from both sides, which leaves us with 200 equals h. So Homer has $200.